Good morning. I'm Rachel Jackson with Yum Healing Arts, and today felt like a good day to do a chakra clearing with essential oils. And I'm going to include sound in this, the seed sounds, just because I think it's a nice alternative. You can use essential oils and seed sounds together to clear chakras, but you can also just use the seed sounds independently as a really quick way, even if you just do it mentally to yourself. Anytime you notice that maybe there's some other energy influencing you at this time, maybe you're in the shower and you notice that you're mentally looping on something and you think to yourself, maybe I need to do a quick chakra clearing. And you can just go through the sounds, the seed sounds, and do a quick clearing. So all of the chakras have different vibrational frequencies at which they operate ideally. And it doesn't mean that they always are working on that vibrational level, so that we can use essential oils to help clear different stress patterns, clear chakra links, which I won't go into super deep in this video, but you can use the essential oils and the seed sounds to help clear the stress patterns and the chakra links that may be influencing you and creating some internal confusion in your life. So I've chosen a lineup today that's personal to me that I wanted to use for my energy. And I'll share a few different options that could be used for each chakra. But it's always important. I find that it's really helpful when I go to my essential oil selection to do a chakra clearing, that I'm just intuitive and I listen to my intuition around what each chakra, what each energy system is needing at this time. So I'm putting it into context to what I'm going through personally and what I need. And I think it's important to mention that the chakras, the energy of each chakra is much like the 5 elements. If you've heard me speak on the 5 elements, nature's elements, these energies are all important pieces of the puzzle. So it's not like one is better than the other, or that we always want to be operating at the highest vibration, that we wouldn't be able to get anything done in physical reality if we were always high in this high vibrational state. So the chakras and their different vibrational frequencies are all valid and important pieces to being here on Earth, between, suspended here in this physical existence between heaven and earth. And much like the 5 elements, healing is cyclical. We move through the chakras in cyclical ways as we go through different seasons of our lives, and as we find that we need different energies at different times in our lives to help remedy whatever's going on. Like if we're going through a really hard time in our lives, or a really challenging, destabilizing time in our life as things are changing, we may be wanting to drop down into the energies of our root chakra and feeling really safe and stable, and cultivating that, and using essential oils and using intentional lifestyle rituals and practices that can help us tap into that a little bit more, so that we feel safe and supported and comforted during these times. So I'm going to start with Muladhara chakra, root chakra, and I'm going to use vetiver today on the soles of my feet. That's usually where I like to start, is putting something on the soles of my feet. Vetiver comes out nice and slow, so I'm putting it on intentionally. I warm the bottle with my hand and just wait slowly. I'm putting this vetiver on intentionally. You could use other oils that are very thick and grounding. Vetiver is a nice one for just feeling comfortable again and being in my most authentic self, rather than being nervous and perfect, rather than being in that hypervigilant state of trying to fix or perfect things, I can take this quiet pause with vetiver and bring it into that first chakra with the seed sound of lum, lum, lum. And you might say that mentally to yourself as you apply an oil to the soles of your feet. You might use an oil that has the color red, like a red pine. Color has vibration as well. Any of those thick, grounding oils are nice for working with root chakra. Feeling safe and grounded and at home in our bodies. Authentic, natural self. For second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, I'm going to apply clary sage just to clear my energy. Second chakra being more about our relationships with others. And I might want to clear some of that outside influence so that I can trust in my own inner wisdom again. And I'm going to put this right on my lower abdomen and lower back, on the sacrum and the lower abdomen, just to intentionally tap into my own inner wisdom and clear anything that is lingering in that area of my body around outside influences creating confusion, so I can get clear. Clear, clary sage. I'm going to apply Roman chamomile to my third chakra, Manipura chakra. I'm going to apply it all around the navel center, but especially in that diaphragm area between personal power and empathic heart. It's a really nice one for that particular area and third chakra. Roman chamomile. You might use another digestive oil if you're still trying to digest something emotionally, mentally. And I'm using this Roman chamomile at my third chakra to help intentionally clear patterns of overthinking or obsessing about something, to help calm my nervous system, and shifting out of that energy of needing to validate or prove and shifting back into an energy of feeling confident and calm and centered, knowing that I can find self-fulfillment through my own ability to self-control, self-contain, self-regulate might be a better word. Words are subjective, so use words that resonate with you as you're clearing that energy. So the seed sound, for Swadhisthana chakra, I think I forgot to put the seed sound in there. So we had Lam for root chakra, Vam for second chakra. Vam, Vam, Vam. And at third chakra, Ram, Ram, Ram. And you can chant it really long and loud if you'd like, or you can just do a short mental internal seed sound. It's still working on your nervous system and your energy system. As I move up into Anahata, the heart chakra, I'm going to use rosewood today for myself. You might use a flower essence or something that's helping you with whatever's going on with your heart. To feel confident, to feel seen, to feel emotionally held. And I like rosewood because it's distilled from the heartwood of the rosewood tree, and it is one that releases its essential oil over time. It has to fall and sit on the ground for many years, sometimes 7 years or longer before it even releases its medicine, its essential oils. So I like using rosewood or Palo Santo anytime when I need to really tap back into my own personal timeline, the timeline of my own heart and the medicine of what my heart has to offer to the world. And it takes time for that to be released. So I'm putting rosewood on to remind my heart and myself today that I can lean into the natural timeline of this process of my heart opening. Oh my goodness. I meant to grab rosewood and I grabbed Bulgarian rose. How appropriate. Yes, I am tapping into my own timeline, and I'm working on getting really comfortable with being seen. And the Bulgarian rose is really high vibration and not afraid to be seen in all her glory. She's such a big, beautiful flower with so many infinite possibilities. As soon as she released from the bottle, I was like, oh, I'm not using rosewood, I'm using rose. That's okay. That was what was right and perfect for today. I'm going to move up to throat chakra, but before I do, let's chant the seed sound for heart chakra. Yum, yum, yum. Just like Yum Healing Arts. Yum. Just like something that tastes really good, that's nourishing to your heart and soul. Yum. Opening up to your heart's purpose. Yum. As we move up to the throat chakra, I'm going to use the laurel leaf. You might use any of the blues like blue chamomile, blue spruce, blue yarrow, to help with communication and purifying this channel, this energy center between our empathic heart and how we are able to express and communicate. But also with courage, laurel today, I'm bringing that one in to help bring courage and confidence into my voice, clearing away any self-doubt or fear around speaking my truth, being seen and being heard, and feeling that that resonates and lands on the other end. Seed sound for the throat chakra, Vishuddhi chakra. Hum, hum, hum. Especially during Mercury retrograde, maybe we want to say that a few more times to ourselves. Getting that channel of communication and expression nice and clear and open. And as I move up to this Ajna chakra, the third eye, the space between the eyebrows, that place of wisdom and intuition, vision, I'm going to use sandalwood album. You could use other essential oils that help raise consciousness for clarity and wisdom, like frankincense. Again, I think I mentioned Palo Santo, myrrh. I'm just working with that third eye, and sandalwood helps to intentionally come in and trusting in the divine plan, the divine unfolding of our lives, trusting in the divine perfection of the way everything is unfolding. Sometimes we can get really caught up with mistakes that we've made or the way things went, and sometimes it just had to go that way, and we can let it go and trust in the wisdom of the natural unfolding of our lives and the way that it's teaching us and supporting us, that there's something at play underneath it all, a wisdom, a mystery. And as I move up to the crown chakra, before I do, I will just mentally chant Om 3 times to open up Ajna chakra and clear any blockages in that area, anything that may be creating confusion or doubt or congestion in that area. So I'll chant Om, Om, Om. You can even do it internally, just to let that sound wash over your internal landscape. And as we move up to the crown chakra, I am using carrot seed. And it might not be one that I would typically go to for crown chakra. I like to use oils that help me open up to the infinite possibilities, because there's just so much that I can't conceive of in the way that things might happen and might be trying to work out for me. But I'm limited in what I can even think up and dream up. So a part of me, I want to open a part of my consciousness up to the infinite possibilities and the way things may be unfolding in unexpected ways, in ways I can't possibly predict or expect or dream up. And at the same time, carrot seed is very grounding to the nervous system, and that's why I wanted to use that today for me personally. It's wonderful for new beginnings or for when we're going through an ending. It is a nice one for just stabilizing the nervous system, any tremors. When you think of carrot seed, wild carrot seed, it's also known as Queen Anne's lace. So you could think of that beautiful white canopy of flowers, all of those little tiny white flowers with the little tiny purple flower in the center that is thought to hold its own medicinal powers, just that little purple flower in the center, for different types of brain imbalances or mental disorders. So it can be a really wonderful brain balancing essential oil for calming the mind, calming the nervous system, and working through the challenges that can come up in new beginnings and or endings, that transition, that threshold. So if you're in a big threshold or crossroads in your life, this might be a nice one to bring in. The seed sound for the crown chakra is silence. So I'm going to end this video here, but maybe you want to take a few moments of silence just to, if you've been going through it with me here at the same time, to just take it in, maybe taking 2-3 minutes of meditation and just allowing these essential oils to work on your whole system at all the different layers. And I know that's what I'm going to do now. So I hope that this video supported you in some way as you move through this time in your life, that you have some new tools under your belt that you can kind of pull upon to support your energy, to support you and the gifts that you're bringing to the world. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.